These chase cards that you can see on the screen right here are not going to be expensive, not like people are imagining, and it's going to have a negative effect on the price of the sealed product going forward. And what I want to go through here is the reasons behind that and why a lot of people might get stung if they go too heavy on 30th sealed products on the secondary market on release and stab themselves in the foot, basically, because historical data and previous rarities and previous pull rates all sort of tying together here to show why I don't think 30th anniversary sealed products are going to explode after release like Ascended Heroes did, like a lot of people are expecting. So we're on Reddit here where we've got the leaks from the 30th anniversary set that came out a few weeks ago. Everyone's seen these. If you're in the Pokemon hobby, you've seen them. There's some fantastic looking remakes in here, some new SIRs like the Gengar we've got here. There's a Pikachu, you got the classics, the Charizard, the Crystal Lugia, loads of them. I love the legendary birds. There's some really nice cards here, and obviously the Mew and the Mewtwo. I've previously posted videos saying that I think these could be really expensive, and I've said that kind of just like quickly on a whim. On time to reflect, I don't think that's going to be the case. So we're going to go through the few points why, and then the effect that that'll have on the sealed. So firstly, we're just going to look back at Ascended, the last big set that came out that had a big price run, hugely in demand, hugely popular, like we expect 30th to be. 30th is going to be in demand, it's going to be popular. And Ascended, all the products kind of look like this. It came out initially, and then after not very long, I think it launched around here. It launched around there, and then pretty much straight away went bang, up to £350 for a Pokemon Center ETB, and then it's tailed off a little bit now. I think there's a lot of people out there expecting 30th to look the same. It's not going to be the case. What makes a Pokemon product that's brand new skyrocket in price? It's expensive chase cards, isn't it? And if we look at the chase cards in Ascended, the Gengar's still 700, the Pikachu's, 800 nearly, the Pikachu 700, a Dragonite 400, Mewtwo 260, and then you got the Chance of God pack as well. So you've got massively popular Pokemon that are really expensive, Chance for God pack. The value is in Ascended to actually try and rip it. So people want the sealed products because they can potentially be rewarded from opening it up. If we just nip over here to look at the Ascended Heroes pull rates, the Pikachu and the Gengar, as we can see here, a specific SIR is 1 in 1,500 packs. Just let that sink in a minute. You would have to open 1,500 packs just for the chance of a specific SIR, i.e. the Gengar or the Pikachu or any of the others. You might not even get the Gengar or Pikachu. It might be, they might not come in that batch that you've opened. So the reason that these are so expensive is not just because they are popular Pokemon with really great artwork. That's part of it. The pull rates are really difficult. Same with prismatic evolutions as well. The same goes there. Those evolutions, so difficult to pull, it pushes the prices up. We are not going to get this in the 30th anniversary. You are not going to get difficult pull rates. And this is the big factor here. We've got this picture here of pull rates from Celebration's 25th anniversary, okay? And it's quite eye-opening, actually. On the right-hand side, it's a bit small there, but you can see any hit 90% of the time. 90% of the time in Celebration's 25th. A main set hit would be once every other pack. A classic hit once in every 2.5 packs. Now, what it really stands out for me here is the top most expensive chase card in the 25th celebrations is the original base set Charizard reprint. It's the most expensive card at the moment in that set. It's pulled once every 97 packs. Just go back to the Pikachu and the Gengar. Once every 97 packs compared to once every 1,500 packs. The difference is night and day. Now, they haven't confirmed the pull rates for 30th anniversary yet, but we know from the previous anniversary sets and generations as well, the pull rates are going to be easy. They are going to be easy, and the design like that, because it's supposed to be a set for the people to enjoy opening the packs. It makes the people want to buy the packs to rip them because it's a fun opening experience. You get hit after hit after hit. But what does that mean? These chase cards are going to flood the market. absolutely flood it. One, we're getting a lot more product printed for this. We already know that. It's been confirmed. Everyone knows it. They keep saying they're going to print it into oblivion. Now, I still don't think they'll print to meet demand in terms of sealed boxes, but these cards are going to be everywhere. There's going to be so many more of them compared to previous sets. And then because of the easier pull rates, the main hits and the main chase cards, they're going to be everywhere. And what happens if your main hits and your main chase cards are everywhere? Well, the prices don't go up, do they? So let's go on to price charting, because they've got the historical data here, and we'll go down to the Charizard, the most expensive card in celebrations that you could pull. And let's look at the historic prices. Now, I know this is when it came out, just at the back end of 2021. I know that the Pokemon market was very different back then, but this card was 50 or 60 pounds for years. Okay, 50 or 60 pounds for years, because there was so many of them. And then the other thing on top of that is that people don't really like the stamp on it. It's a gimmick that they prefer it just to be a complete remake of the old card. You've got the stamp on it, so it's not the same. Then you've got the classic collection, which we've all seen, the gold glitter cards. That's another gimmick on top. So the classic collection cards, like the Charizard reprint, we've seen the Lugia, we've seen the Magikarp, all this gold glitter on them. Are people really going to be that into it? I think there's a lot of the old style collectors, people like myself, who'd love to pull a basic Charizard. And then I do get it. Don't get me wrong, I'd be excited to pull it, but then I'm like, it's all gold and glittery. I just want the original. I'm not going to be going out my way to go and buy that. I'd be happy if I pulled it, but am I going to go out and buy it on the secondary market if it looks all gold and glittery? I'm not. And there's a lot of people out there like me who'd be exactly the same. So this is really interesting. This Charizard only started peaking 2025, when all the excitement came back into the hobby, and one of the main catalysts for that was knowing that the 30th anniversary was coming. And then obviously it's gone up. It's still not mega expensive. It's still like £150, £160, $207 there. It's actually dipped a bit, $166 there. After 5 years, this is the most expensive card in the set because they were so plentiful. It's going to be very similar for 30th. Where I see 30th being different is there is a bit of a different landscape at the moment. So I do expect some of the bigger chase cards to start a bit higher, but are they going to start at the prices that Ascended Heroes cards did when every man and his dog is pulling them? Day one, you're going to have so many Charizards, Lugias, the Gengar, SIR, the Mews, the Mewtwo's on eBay on that first day. Everyone just undercutting each other, race to the bottom, because the 30th cards are not going to be as expensive as this on day one, or even after a few weeks. They're just not. So we go back to price charting and we pull up the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. Now this is the whole angle of this video and this chat, is what I'm getting at, is to try and protect people who are potentially going to FOMO in a lot of money into 30th on the secondary market on day one. We've seen, I'm just going to nip back to Ascended first, a lot of content creators, I'm not going to name names, but a lot of them who were very open, saying that they bought a lot of the Pokemon Center ETBs on the secondary market in the first week for £140, a lot of them, and then they shot up to 350, and they've made a lot of money from that. Really good play. But the reason that happened is because the cards in there is just so expensive. If you think that the 30th Pokemon Center ETB is going to follow the same pattern as Ascended, you're sorely mistaken. I think it'll come out a bit more expensive than Ascended did because of the hype and the FOMO at the market, £200. But look at the 25th anniversary Pokemon Center ETB. Obviously, the new one will come out a higher price than this. But where's the growth? Where's the growth? For years, it's sat at the same price. For years. Look at this. Before, again, early 2025, and it started to see its climb. If you go heavy on 30th anniversary Pokemon Center ETBs, for example, in week one, and say you buy them up at £200 that they come out at, £200 on that first day, you could be potentially waiting 3.5 years before they start to climb again, because they're not going to have the expensive cards in the set to carry the price up like we've seen with Ascended Heroes. They're just not. 30th Celebration is a set for the collectors to open and have fun. It's not going to be an instantly big bang bang, flippable, scalpable set because of the reasons that I've just explained. plentiful cards, lower end chase cards, or the chase cards not being more expensive. And what's going to happen is going to be a lot of people who do try to go heavy, who do try to play it like Ascended Heroes, and they buy here, and then it just goes wah, wah, wah. stays the same price for years until we start in the run up to the 35th anniversary. There's going to be a lot of this stuff around. There's going to be a lot of this sealed around for the 30th. I would be very surprised if the chase cards go anywhere near half the price of the Ascended Heroes chase cards. I think they'll be a lot lower, in fact. There's going to be a race to the bottom with the grading. There's going to be so many get sent into Ace. It depends on the print quality. PSA might be maybe have reopened their bulk submissions by then. They'll all get battered into PSA. They're going to be everywhere. And it's going to take a real long time for them to appreciate. And the gimmicks on them, the stamps, the gold glitter, I think that will hold them back as well. And on top of that, it's a small set. I think the Gengar SAR I seen was at like 150 from 125 or something. So it's going to be under a 200 card set, which makes it very small. It's smaller than like the Chaos Rising. So that means fewer cards, loads of chase cards. They're just going to be everywhere. On top of that, the last point I'm going to make, just to sort of finish this off, is there have been leaks on YouTube already from like streamers in like the Asian area or Australians who have got their hands on English product already. I'm going to throw a couple of clips up on the screen here. This one guy opened one binder collection and he pulled 2 SIRs, 1 illustration rare. The Pikachu, the Gengar, and I think the Drifloon from one 5-pack binder collection. Now that's, you can say, oh, we just got lucky, it's a small sample size. There's another video circulating online where a streamer opened 40, I want to say 48 packs, and they hit 4 SIRs. 4 SIRs in 48 packs. It just shows that the hit rates for this are going to be insane. And that seeing those packs being opened quantifies what I'm saying in this video. The cards are going to be everywhere. They're not going to be expensive, and it's not going to drive the price of the sealed product up after release like we've seen with Ascended Heroes. So I think it's a really good thing. It's really, really positive. We're going to have cheap chase cards. The completionists and the collectors should hopefully be able to find them at good prices, collect what they want, no problem. The scalpers and the flippers hopefully get burned, but I'm just pre-warning anyone who's thinking about going heavy in the sealed product straight after release. There's, like we've seen with the 25th, there's a good chance it stays level for 3.5 years. Do you really want to tie up your capital for 3.5 years? You don't. We've got Delta Rain coming out next. You're going to want your money into that. So just be careful. Let the market settle for a few weeks. See where it goes. And you know what? If it does run a little bit and you've missed out, do not FOMO in, because it's going to have a price cap limit on this. And you'd be better off then trying to get hold of Delta Rain instead, which is going to be a phenomenal set. So that's today's video. It's a bit of a data-driven and a historical data-driven look at where 30th is going to go. And I just want to make sure people don't get stung when they FOMO in on those sealed products on the secondary market. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know if you agree with my points or not. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I do all kinds of this Pokemon TCG markets, investing, Pokemon business stuff as well. And if you like this kind of content, then please follow me along. Bye.